of the greatest to pick it up ever. There's no question about it, Jeff Beck. And this is his signature series Stratocaster, which you can buy from Fender directly online for right in the neighborhood of $2,000 the last time I checked. Welcome back, everybody, and it's my pleasure to play show and tell with this really wonderful instrument with you just for a little while. What you see here is more or less a vintage styled body with traditional Strat contouring. It's alder, although there is a minimalist interpretation of an all-access joint, or maybe that's a little too aggressive to say it, but there's an accommodation on the corner of the neck joint there to make it more playable. And you know what? It's good enough. It works. It's a 22 fret neck with a maple shaft and a soft C profile, as Fender states on their website. We have a rosewood fingerboard with a straight radius and medium jumbo frets. Hardware-wise, there's a couple things that are going to stand out to you. Most notably, you'll see that the nut is made of metal. That's called the LSR roller nut. And what it has is pre-sized grooves for each string with 2 ball bearings under each string that literally have the string roll back and forth across the nut as you use the bar. And this bar actually stays in tune quite well. In fact, when I played the lead portions of this video for the tone demonstrations, I just played them all one after the other. I never retuned the guitar. So give this guitar 1 for being a fairly budget-friendly high-end Strat that actually stays in tune. And even guitars like the Ultras, they'll be kind of hit or miss with their ability to stay in tune. This one is fantastic. You can also credit that to the locking low post tuners all around. See how those are the same height? We have no string tree and we have good downward angle across the back of that nut there. So that makes a great recipe for staying in tune. Electronics-wise, these are Fender hot noiseless pickups. They sound great. Nice and boingy and bloomy for the Strat type of tones. And you'll hear when I step on it in the demo videos, they handle being overdriven and saturated really well. Think of these as not as fat sounding as a traditional single coil like the V-Mod single coils are my kind of shining example of a fat sounding, rich, boingy single coil. These aren't quite as fat as the Clapton vintage noiseless, but these are a really good ceramic magnet based hottish Strat pickup that actually has a good kind of high fidelity sound to it. And I really do enjoy it. I hope you do too. From the aesthetic standpoint, we have obviously aged plastic covering the pickups and aged knobs, trem tip, and switch tip as well. It makes for an odd aesthetic, especially since we have locking tuners and a nut that were, I think, created in the late 80s or the early 90s. It's almost like 1987 versus, I don't know, 1957 or 1963 here. I don't have too much to say to that other than that it works. And, you know, not such a bad thing for a guy whose YouTube channel is semi-devoted to keeping 1987 alive. Okay, so enough yammering. Let's get to the sounds, right? before you go, please take a minute to find the video for the Jeff Beck live at Ronnie Scott's performance. Whether you are a Jeff Beck fan over the years or not, it's an absolutely amazing sounding live show with a killer band and just amazingly tight playing. It's inspirational. Mr. Beck, you were gone too soon. See you guys next time.